Marvel, DC. These two legendary comic book franchises have made a lasting impression on the entertainment world for years, creating a rivalry between fans. With every comic book franchise, there is a team, and every team needs a leader. Like Captain America, the star-spangled super soldier and leader of the Avengers. And Batman, the Dark Knight of Gotham, leader of the Justice League. I'm Cybertech Werewolf, and in this series I put two characters of fiction in a no-holds-bar fight. Two fighters, no outside help, one random encounter. Let's see who will win a cage match. July 4th, 1920. An Irish immigrant family gave birth to Steve Rogers in Manhattan, New York. He grew up to be an aspiring comic artist. However, in 1942, his concern for the position of America during World War II inspired him to join the Army and help in the war efforts. However, he was rejected multiple times in multiple states due to his physique and numerous health issues. Despite all this, his dream to help others in need inspired him to keep trying, and eventually, his opportunity came. The Nazis were growing increasingly powerful thanks to the dangerous group called Hydra, led by Johann Schmidt, the Red Skull. Growing desperate, the Army recruited Abraham Erskine, a scientist who made an experimental serum that could give America an army of enhanced super soldiers. They called it Project Rebirth. Steve was recruited for this project, and is successfully transformed, giving him superhuman strength, speed, and intelligence. However, shortly after this, Erskine is killed, and along with the knowledge to create more super soldier serum. Unable to replicate the serum, America tries to hide Project Rebirth and puts Steve as the symbol of World War II, supplying him with a special suit of his own design, an indestructible shield, and the codename Captain America. Rogers would later be frozen in the Arctic after stopping Hydra and found 70 years later completely alive and at his peak. He is later recruited to lead a team of superhumans called the Avengers. In the streets of Gotham City, crime is at its all-time highest. The rich is hated and the poor are forgotten. However, one night on June 26th, a young boy's life is changed forever. Bruce Wayne was born to the wealthy Thomas and Martha Wayne. Bruce was always timid about something. However, his biggest fear were the flying rodents known as bats. During one night at an opera, he was terrified at the people who were dressed like what he feared most, so his parents agreed to leave. But what they weren't expecting was a man who was lurking in the shadows. Joe Chill wanted revenge on Thomas Wayne, and in that alley he gunned down Bruce's parents, leaving him orphaned. This marked the day that Bruce Wayne died, and a new persona was born. Determined to get justice on the criminals of Gotham, he would dress as what he feared the most, and project that onto his foes. He became Batman. After some time of being a vigilante, and after multiple Robins by his side, he would eventually put together the Justice League, a force to protect the Earth from internal and external threats, forever alert and always willing to serve justice. In terms of powers and abilities, Captain America and Batman will only get their basic equipment, and because there is no prep time, they have to rely on their own skill alone to win this. After being injected with the Super Soldier Serum, Cap gained a host of new abilities far beyond peak human capabilities. He has gained superhuman physical abilities such as longevity, meaning a longer lifespan, genius-level intellect, great acrobatics, and a mastery of almost every fighting style known to man, and has a vast knowledge of pressure points, and even once took down the Hulk, although it's more accurate to say he used his pressure points to calm Hulk back into Bruce Banner. Cap has also mastered his shield throwing ability to a point of almost unpredictability, being able to know where it will land thanks to his genius-level intelligence and superior senses. He will always know where to throw his shield for it to always hit its target and for it to always land back in his possession. He also has great adaptability in a fight, able to master fighting styles in seconds, and stated to be able to learn new skills faster than a computer. He can also regenerate faster than a typical human and superior resistances to poison, cold weather, disease, and vampirism. He has a strong mental fortitude and has a strong sense of justice, so much so he was considered worthy to wield Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. For Cap's equipment, he has a suit made of Kevlar and lightweight titanium. This makes him resistant to fire, water, and electricity. He also has his signature shield, which is a mixture of proto-adamantium and vibranium, which absorbs and reflects almost any type of kinetic energy. However, it has been damaged and even shattered in the past, but it has only been done by cosmic-level beings. Captain America may not have much in the ways of gadgets, but he will never give up, and he will always fight for justice.
The day I fall to the likes of you is the day I turn in my shield.
Thanks to Batman's intense training and studying, he has gained a wide variety of skills and techniques. He has genius-level intelligence and has mastered every fighting style known to man, and has mastered the use of pressure points. He is a master of stealth combat and regularly sneaks around opponents who are looking at him. He can disguise himself as people of multiple different ethnicity and age groups, regularly bypasses security systems just by sneaking around them, and can sometimes even sneak past Superman. He has a mastery of different weapons, many of which he created himself, can hit foes at different angles with a single throw of his batarang, has excellent hacking skills, has a helmet that gives him extra sensory perception, and has limited information analysis thanks to his amazing detective skills. Batman also has resisted many drugs and toxins made by his enemies over the years, shows little drop in skills after sleep deprivation, and can get out of most situations that would seem impossible to get out of, like when he escaped a coffin buried 6 feet underground while in a straitjacket, also while on drugs. Batman has created his entire arsenal and armor. His bat armor is almost completely bulletproof and can stop fire and electrical shocks. Almost no one can punch through its defenses unless you are a super being such as Bane or Superman. But Batman has created suits stronger, but only for fights such as defeating them. Batman's notable and standard arsenal consists of his iconic batarangs, flashbangs, smoke pellets, his bat claw, has various poison and nerve toxins, his shock gloves, magnetic and superheated batarangs, and even fire bombs. Batman has dozens of ways to fight his opponents using his gadgets. Because of all this, very few people can stand up to him. He is great at thinking on his feet, and most of his losses were against cosmic-level beings. Regardless of all of this, though, Batman will always be there to serve justice in Gotham and defend the world from evil.
The only thing between the innocent and the predator. No, not may be. I am. When the mugger or the thief stops to think twice, that is fear. That is what I am. That is why they hired assassins, because I am the reason the criminals breathe easier when the sun rises. So no, Alfred, I am not in over my head. Tonight will be mine, but it will be theirs.
So, now that we did a quick rundown of their basic skills, let's do some comparison between them through different categories and do a much bigger, in-depth analysis on them side by side. So, in terms of their knowledge and skill in fighting, Cap and Bats are actually fairly equal. Batman has mastered every fighting style in the DC universe, while Cap has mastered nearly all of them. But he has the ability to master any kind he witnesses, so they're pretty even there. But they both have a great level of knowledge in their use of pressure points. Batman has gone toe-to-toe with Deathstroke, who is stated to be the closest to Batman's own skill level, if not equal. Cap has also fought people far more skilled than himself, such as Shang-Chi and Iron Fist, by learning their fighting styles mid-fight and mastering them within seconds. In terms of their use of pressure points, Batman has immobilized people in peak condition, and Captain America is so precise with them, he's incapacitated the Hulk. In terms of pure skill in fighting and pressure points, this category is a tie. Now, let's go into the strength category. When it comes to pure strength output, Batman can bench over 1,000 pounds and leg press over a ton, and he can trade blows with foes that are so strong they can bypass his own armor. However, Captain America can bench press over 2,200 pounds, leg press over 3,000 pounds, and can deal blows so powerful they can hurt the Hulk, though only slightly, and is still physically weaker than the Hulk by a lot. He can also go toe-to-toe with Crossbones and Spider-Man, so this category easily goes to Captain America. In terms of intellect, Captain America is said to have genius-level intelligence. The Super Soldier Serum increased Steve's brain capacity and made him one of, if not the greatest tacticians on the planet, both on and off the battlefield. He has shown to be a tactical prodigy and makes plans for victory in seconds and can throw his shield with such precision and accuracy it will always come back to him, and is also capable of learning new skills faster than a computer. On the other side, Batman is extraordinarily smart. So much so, he is considered the second smartest human in DC behind Lex Luthor. He knows over 127 martial arts styles, and even merged them together to form brand new styles that no one's ever heard of. He is very tactful and can make plans for just about any situation. He's so smart, he has made contingency plans for every member of the Justice League, including himself, in case any of them go rogue or evil. He can make quick decisions on the fly and has claimed to have read every book in the world so he can be prepared for any situation. He mastered escape artistry, stealth, sword fighting, and has 12 master's degrees, and has a photographic memory. In terms of overall intelligence, Batman takes the victory here. Although Cap is faster in making quick decisions than Batman is, Batman has far more intellect overall, and is prepared for almost any situation. Steve may be a genius, but Bruce is on a different level entirely. This one goes to Batman. This one is a bit trickier. Both Steve and Bruce have done some pretty amazing speed feats. In terms of combat speed though, Bats holds a slight advantage since Steve has shown problems fighting faster than Punisher, but Bruce can strike faster than Katana. However, Captain America is far faster in both movement speed and reaction speed. At best, Batman can block bullets and can dodge Mr. Freeze's ice blasts at close range. In contrast, Captain America can see and react to bullets, dodge punches from the Hulk, dodge lightning, and dodge laser beams at close range. When it comes to running speed, nothing concrete has been shown with Bats, but we can assume he moves at peak human speed, while Captain America can run so fast he caught up to a moving train and is shown to run a mile a minute. Overall, speed goes to Captain America. When it comes to attack range, both Steve and Bruce can throw items at a distance, making them good at both medium range and close quarters combat. However, Cap's shield is his only item he can throw, and for as masterful he may be at it, Batman has mastered way more items and can use long range better than Cap. Besides, Captain America is way better at close quarters combat anyways. This category goes to Batman. In terms of durability, both have survived some pretty amazing things. Batman and Cap have survived high voltage electricity. Batman has resisted a high-tech mind control device for 26 hours before finally getting saved. Resisted a mind control from Nudge, is able to keep Martian Manhunter out of his mind. He once broke free from a straitjacket while under drugs and under Scarecrow's fear toxin, and then broke out of a coffin buried 6 feet underground, all while under sleep deprivation for several days. So, I would say, in terms of mental fortitude, Batman has the edge. His suit can deflect bullets, resist electricity, fire, and most explosives, and most peak humans can't hurt him in hand-to-hand combat. However, with Captain America, he is a tank when it comes to damage. He was once thrown through several brick walls with no damage, survived a building falling on top of him with no broken bones. He also survived explosions, resisted cold, fire, and electricity. He once fought off the Zola virus for years, a disease that usually kills people within days. He is resistant to most poison and disease, if not immune to them. He can fight with little drawback while drugged, survived gunshot wounds, and has cut a monster out of his chest and kept fighting. He also once jumped out of a helicopter onto a car with no damage. In terms of defense and durability, Batman is superior in his mental fortitude, while Captain America is superior in all-out defense against attacks, internal and external. Both are pretty impressive, but the one that will matter most in a fight between Batman and Captain America is Cap's overall defense. This category goes to Captain America. This is one that came very close. Both never really give up, they can fight with broken bones and when severely fatigued or sick. Batman definitely has some impressive stamina feats, but in this I feel like Captain America has a slight advantage. Where Batman can continue despite being fatigued or drugged, Cap will eventually fight off anything that ails him in the long run. Thanks to his body's immune system, he can fight off and heal from the most powerful poisons and diseases, and his body will eventually fight off muscle fatigue, bringing him closer to recovery. So, if this fight ended up taking longer to finish than what was expected, Cap would eventually outlast Batman. This category goes to Captain America. So this category won't have a winner, but I will go over their individual weaknesses. Batman, for as impressive as he is, can sometimes be overconfident and even cocky in his abilities. He also struggles in fights where people are far stronger and durable than himself, if unprepared. Much of Batman's arsenal is meant for incapacitating his opponents because of his no-kill code. This allows his enemies to use his kill code to their advantage in manipulating Batman. Captain America, although he can resist many things, can still be harmed if enough force is used. He almost dies after taking a hit from the Hulk. His healing also still has its limits, and he has died many times from bleeding out or taking multiple gunshot wounds to vital organs. And even though he has great mental fortitude, he is and can easily be manipulated by those more cunning than himself. . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . So, in many ways, Batman and Captain America are similar in many different feats and styles. Both are experts of fighting styles and pressure points. Cap is shown proficient in many types of weapons like Batman, but chooses to stick to his shield above anything else. Batman is superior in intelligence overall, despite how much faster of a thinker Cap is. But Batman also has a much vaster arsenal and level of knowledge of many other types of weapons than Cap does. But despite all these advantages Batman has over Captain America, Cap has far more advantages. Steve is far faster, far stronger, and far more durable than Batman. Batman has shown to fight people as strong as Steve, and even stronger. However, Batman has studied most of these opponents to know their weaknesses. Cap has very few things that he is vulnerable to, and even though Bats has a bigger arsenal, most of them wouldn't really work on Cap. Thanks to Cap's superior senses, this could allow him to see through Bats' smoke pellets. He's also resistant to his shock globes, can dodge his batarangs, and can resist any toxin or poison Batman has. Because Batman refuses to kill, there's not many ways he could put Cap into submission. Batman wouldn't even be strong enough to put him down, and Cap is easily strong enough to bypass Batman's armor. Keep in mind, this is only using Batman with his basic arsenal. He isn't using any armor that he would use against Superman, and he isn't using his Batmobile or Batwing. Now, you can argue Batman has taken down Bane before, but Bane really doesn't have very good durability like Captain America does, so it's not really a valid argument. Captain America has survived far better things than Bane ever has. Even with Batman combining his fighting styles, Captain America once fought and defeated the villain Cash, who was a supercomputer come to life that knew every single fighting style in the world, and was built to process and learn instantly on how to combat and counter fighting styles, as well as come up with win scenarios instantly. And Captain America still beat him by learning his counters and combat styles within seconds. Given the rules that I've established, this definitely is a close one. In terms of random encounters, Captain America wins more often than not. Don't get me wrong, there would be instances where Batman would win in a random encounter since he likes to use his environment to his advantage, but more times than not, Cap wins. If Batman had prep time in this, his intelligence would definitely put him on top more often than not. But in random encounters, even if Batman could sneak around him, Batman wouldn't be able to defeat him if he used what he has offhand. Cap would also try and keep this fight close, since he is better at close quarters combat, and he's definitely fast enough to do that. Batman would have to try and get away from him, but if he wanted to take him out right then and there, he wouldn't be able to. Cap is also great at keeping his opponents close and analyzing those who try to sneak their way around him, like Wolverine, who consistently sneaks around people like Thor and Spider-Man, beings with superior senses. Lastly, if Batman and Cap fought until the other one dropped in a war of attrition, the longest we've seen Bats fight was when he fought Ra's al Ghul for an entire day before finally defeating him. But Cap once sparred with Wolverine for 3 days straight without showing any signs of fatigue, and finally beating him. So, in my conclusion, given the rules that I've set, Captain America is just too strong, too durable, and too fast for Batman, even with Batman's overall superior intelligence, arsenal, and mental fortitude. The winner is Captain America.
I could do this all day.
Hey guys, thank you for watching my very first episode of Cage Match. I'm sure there are some disappointed Batman fans, but listen, I understand Batman has many things that make him superior to Cap, and under the right circumstances, Batman would easily beat him. But with the rules that I set being different from most other people's rules, Cap would win this. Batman's superior intelligence would give him the win if given the time to prepare. But anyways guys, before I reveal the fighters for this next episode, please comment your thoughts on this episode down below. Do you think I missed anything? Is there anything you think that needs correcting or you thought that I got wrong? Please let me know, I would love the feedback. This is my very first episode, so it's bound to have some flaws. But also, let me know what you guys want to see in future episodes. And until next time guys, stay hype, stay awesome, stay weird, and be nice to each other. Cybertech Werewolf, signing off. Next time on Cage Match.
Now I'm all fired up.
I'll take care of this on my own.